Hello and welcome to English Academy. Today we'll be studying this poem titled Wind, which is in the syllabus of class 9. This is poem 2 in your books and it has been written by Subramanya Bharti. Originally this poem was written in Tamil language and later it was translated into English. Now in this poem, the poet is talking about the destructive power of wind. And later on, when you will read the poem, we realize that he has equated the wind to many obstacles and hurdles in our lives. So, wind is a symbol. Wind is the symbol of hurdles and problems and obstacles in our life. So, what he is trying to say that any person who is weak will succumb to these obstacles and problems, but the strong people will only be able to overcome these challenges which they face in their life. So this poem has a very deep meaning, a very strong message has been given out to us. So let us start reading this poem. We will discuss the difficult word meanings and we'll also see the figures of speech that have been used. Wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. Now here the poet is talking to the wind. He tells the wind to come softly and he says don't break the shutters of the windows, don't scatter the papers, don't throw down the books on the shelf. So this is the destruction which the strong wind is doing. Wherever a strong wind is there and if the windows are open, then the shutters means the glass panes of the window can break, the papers get scattered here and there, they fall, they fly in the air as you can see in the image also, and if the wind is very strong even books can fall off the shelves. Then says, look what you did, you threw them all down. So he wants to say that the wind is very strong and wind has thrown all the books down the shelf. You tore the pages of the books, you brought rain again. So he is listing down the destruction that the strong wind is causing. Then further he says, you're very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Frail crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. He won't do what you tell him. Now poking means to make fun of someone, to laugh at someone, and crumbling means falling apart, and winnows means to sieve, like you sieve the grains of wheat and you remove the chaff. The outer layer or the peel is removed from the seed of the grain. So that is called winnowing. The process is called winnowing. So here the poet says to the wind that you are very clever because you make fun of weaklings, the weaker people. And then he says that all the frail, that means all the weak houses crumble, they fall apart. All the doors which are weak, they also fall apart. Rafters, wood, bodies, lives, hearts. So the poet is saying that the strong wind or any strong challenge or hurdle in the life of a weak person will make him fall apart. Then he says the wind god winnows. So he has termed the wind as God and he says that the wind god is very powerful and he winnows and crushes them all. Crushes them all. Who are them? The frail things, the weaklings. So he's saying that the wind god is very strong. He winnows means he sieves. And whoever is weak will fall down and whoever is strong will remain up in the sieve. So he says that whoever is weak will get crushed by the strong wind. He won't do what you tell him. Means the wind god will do what he feels is right. So he will save only the powerful things, only the strong things, and whoever is weak will be crushed by the wind god. So if we go and see the figurative meaning, he wants to say that the challenges in our life are very strong and whoever is weak will be crushed by these challenges and hurdles. And whenever we have a test in life, we have to be very strong. Otherwise, that test will crush us. Then further he says, so come, Let's build strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Practice to firm the body. Make the head steadfast. Do this and the wind will be friends with us. So here us is the poet and the reader. Come here, he's calling the readers. The poet is calling all of us and he's telling us, let's build strong homes. Now here, homes indicate the person, the persona, the personality of the human being. So he says, let's join the doors firmly, means let us build strong homes. So if we see the figurative meaning, he is telling us to be strong. Our minds should be strong. We have to make our body firm. Physically, we have to be strong. Our heart should also be firm. So both mentally, physically, emotionally, on all these spheres, we have to be very strong and firm. And if we are strong and firm, then what will happen? Then the challenges in our life will become friends with us. So we will overcome the hurdles, we will overcome the challenges, and those hurdles will become our friends. They will give us success. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. Flourish means grow and prosper. So here the poet says that the wind blows out weak fires. So he wants to say that whoever is weak, a weak person, he will be blown out. He will be finished by the challenges in his life. But whoever is strong will roar and grow. So whenever a hurdle comes in the life of a strong person, he becomes much better. He prospers. He succeeds in life. And so he says that the friendship is good. Friendship of a person with the obstacles and hurdles and challenges in life is good, because if the person is strong, it will make him grow, it will make him prosper and succeed. And then he says, we praise him every day. We praise the wind every day. So the poet is also telling us that we should also praise the wind, because whenever we get a challenge in our life, whenever there is wind in our life, it makes us a better person. Okay, now let us discuss the literary devices used in the poem. First of all, whenever we read this poem, we see that it is written in free verse. There is no rhyme scheme that is followed. Next, we see personification in the poem. Personification is when a non-human or non-living thing has been given a human quality. Now here, when he says wind comes softly, it seems that the wind is walking just like humans do. So throughout the poem, wind has been personified. Then he has used anaphora also when consecutive lines start with the same word. Here you can see these lines start with don't, then here also they start with you. So these are the instances of anaphora. Here the poet has used repetition. Repetition is the repeated use of a word or a sentence to lay emphasis on that. Here he is saying crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. So this word has been repeated, crumbling. Crumbling means breaking and falling apart. So he wants to say that the weak things, the weak people fall apart whenever they face challenges in life. So he wants to lay emphasis on this, and that is why he has repeated it. Then we also see alliteration over here. Wind winnows. Verse sound is repeating over here. And then we also see personification once again when he says wind god. He has personified God. And we can also say that this is hyperbole. Hyperbole is the use of exaggeration. When the poet is comparing the wind to God, he is giving it the pedestal of being a god, wind god. Just like in our mythology also we say that wind god, there's fire god, there is sky god. Similarly, poet is saying that the wind is God. So the poet is exaggerating. This is the device of hyperbole. Here again, wind, will, both these words are starting with verse sound. This is alliteration. And then you can also say that, as we have discussed in the starting, symbolism has been used in this poem. Wind is a symbol of hardships and challenges in our life. So this is a very important device that has been used in this poem, symbolism. And wind is a symbol of hardships or challenges in a human's life. Then again over here, you can also see consonants and assonance. Both these devices are there in every poem I see, and you have to identify where they have been used. Now here if you see in the second line, he makes strong fires roar and flourish. R sound is very prominent throughout the line. Whenever any consonant sound is very prominent in a line, we call it consonance. And when a vowel sound is very prominent throughout a line, we call it assonance. Like you can see in this line, I sound is very prominent. His friendship is good. So we can say this is the device of assonance. So similarly, you can identify consonant and assonance throughout the poems. So that's all for this poem. We have read the poem, we have discussed the difficult word meanings, I have explained the poem to you, and we have also seen the figures of speech used. I hope now you have understood the poem Wind. A very strong message has been given out to all of us that we all should become strong in order to face the challenges in life and grow. Thank you for watching this video, and for more such useful videos, subscribe to English Academy.